Hello and welcome to the We Recommend podcast, a movie podcast where every week we recommend a movie for you to watch and then come back here and listen to us discuss. I'm Jesse.
I'm Jason.
Do sit down, Sergeant. Shocks are so much better absorbed with the knees bent, because this week we recommend The Wicker Man.
$1979?
Three. Yeah.
I thought you were going to go with the other Lord Summerisle quote.
Which one? There's so many good ones.
Oh, no, it's the one where he's like, get that ring of power.
Yeah.
Get those filthy hobbitses.
Is that what you think these British people sounded like?
Yeah, that's what.
Sling Blade? Mm-hmm. You know what I like when I'm breastfeeding? A little egg. Mm-hmm.
Well, there's an egg, there's a bird, and a feather, and a man.
Yeah, I buried my grandma the other day in the backyard. Instead of putting her body in there, put a rabbit. Threw in some French fries, taters just for her.
Yes, this movie rules.
This is a masterpiece.
I love this movie.
Yeah, I knew it. When I was watching, I was like, I bet Jason's just like, to every song. Just like that one song at the beginning where it just constantly is saying barley. Like
Rigs of barley?
Yeah.
Whatever that means.
And then just says it in a different way the next line. It's great. I was thinking, my first question was, what do you think of the film?
So it was so good. And about the music, it made everything so just comical, kind of, in a way.
Yeah.
So,
because at first, it's all weird, and we're supposed to think it's weird because they're like, oh, we're not doing Christian beliefs. They're doing weird things, and everything's kind of about sex and life, And then it's just like, la da 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 da. It's like, okay.
I love this. I want the soundtrack.
It's so strange. It's such a great. It's like the ultimate folk horror movie.
God, it kicked ass.
And it's not even a horror movie till the last 5 minutes. And then it's like, oh shit, that would suck. Which I wanted to say, do you find the film scary?
No,
At any point until maybe the end?
No, it was so good.
Yeah. Do you like the ending?
Yeah.
It's pretty.
I like that he died.
Pretty metal,
He didn't have to punch a woman.
He didn't have to punch a woman.
It was great.
That's the thing with the Wicker Man, the Nick Cage one. You get why he's punching women, right? It's like everybody's so fucking frustrating. And he's all pent up with, he hasn't, I'm assuming ever, come. I don't think he's ever come before. So, he's probably got all that built up in him, just like, I'm ready to shoot a wad.
Is he a virgin in that movie too?
Oh, I don't remember. But just comparing it to this movie, right? There's so many points that where if you were in his shoes, you'd be like, all right, y'all kill him. I'm about to start punching if you don't start answering questions, all right? Because they're all kind of a little snooty to him.
One of these ladies deserve to be punched.
Yeah, none of them. Yeah, they're great.
All so sweet.
I think the film I wonder how this film was perceived as when it first came out. And I know that it wasn't, it didn't make any money. It seemed like the producers didn't like it. They tried to bury it. Christopher Lee had to use his own money to go out and advertise for this movie and stuff like that. So it didn't make a lot. Man. I'm just wondering, for the people who did watch it, did they think hell yeah, this was good? Or did they perceive it as more anti-Christian or more anti-pagan? Because when I was watching this, for the most part, I was never on his side, Howie's side.
No,
I'm like, dude, this ain't your land, brother. You're just walking in there, I'm a cop, I can do whatever I want, blah, 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 blah. And the whole time, I'm like, dude, shut up, you suck. But then at the end, I'm like, I don't know, he might actually been in the right over here the whole time.
Yeah.
Because they never killed anybody.
Except for him.
Until the end with him. Seemed like all the deaths were, just animal sacrifices and stuff like that.
Bunch of tricksy goofballs.
And it's just I don't know. I mean, they seem pretty chill and they're having a good time. I don't know. Leave them to this island. Let them be.
Yeah. They literally haven't hurt anybody.
Yeah.
Until you asshole.
Though, as we find out, they manipulated him the whole time throughout the whole movie. So to get him to that point, yeah. It's pretty cool. Pretty great.
They never broke any laws.
Yeah.
Until
I just when I watch it, I was like, is this, because I feel like there is I wonder what the motives of the filmmakers was.
Well, and I think it's kind of the same as Summerisle. Well, no, the movie with Summer.
Oh, Midsummer.
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 It's kind of like that. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah, where it's like you're just
it's
kind
kind of
of
the same movie. You know?
you're just oh yeah, Midsummer took a lot from the Wicker Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
But,
sure.
I mean, I just thought it was an amazing idea.
Yeah, it really makes me just want to be like pagan for a little bit.
A little bit.
Just hang out
I
on this
like
island.
their way of
As
life.
long as it's a nice warm island all year round.
Just don't have a hot daughter. 'Cause that's weird.
Yeah, sure. You just have. But I mean, I don't know.
Everybody sings about her.
And but I guess you're in that era. It's like, I don't know. She can do whatever. We're all
they're
free.
just cool, I guess.
Like,
Yeah,
we're all
totally
just gonna
fine.
like hump and stuff and party. Like where I was the most like hating Howie in this movie is when like they're all just kind of partying in the bar and he's like, do you have a license to do all this? And it's like, shut up. It's an island. Nobody's complaining.
Everybody's having fun, but you, Howie.
You don't like this because you're like, you have all this pent up Christian guilt inside you, and you want everybody to do exactly what you want. Which is like what the movie is. It's like it's a man going to the others. Who are the others? What do they do? It's very much like that, which is in a lot of
They
media.
do a lot of fun shit.
Yeah. And then like, if you're unlucky, you might be that one guy.
Have you ever jumped across naked or fire naked?
No,
I have.
Would never do
and
that.
it is a free.
Did you really?
Is a free moment. My
Is that-
balls almost got caught on fire.
I was gonna say,
they hang pretty.
Is that it's like, you don't really want to shave them, so you just jump over fire,
Yeah,
let them burn off a little bit?
singes a little bit.
Same. So would you consider this the best folk horror movie ever?
No, but it was really good.
Yeah. Yeah, it was great.
I feel like a good folk horror is actually scary. I don't know, with all the whimsical music and stuff, it's just like, there's no way. Maybe they thought it was scary in the 70s because it was different.
That's exactly what I think it is. Like compared to like what, like Christian beliefs and stuff, this is like appalling. Kids learning about penises? What? Might as well teach them. They're going to be wanting to use them very soon. It's funny like how this movie can just like, this movie's still pretty relevant,
And
like,
Summerisle Manor is fucking awesome.
I know, it's just like a giant castle. It's so
rules.
good. Whenever they walked up to it, and then they go inside, and it's all nice and fancy, and there's two little pictures. One of some tomatoes,
Yeah.
just a little Polaroid of tomatoes and some onions, and I'm like, those two pictures don't belong in this castle. I just assume Lord Summerisle is just like, this is my favorite two pictures I've ever taken.
I get so hungry when I look at these. It's like they went to a thrift store and bought all the old paintings.
Yeah.
And just put them up in a house.
Yeah. Some of my favorite stuff in this is just when someone there says something or how he sees something and just his face and just how he's just throughout the film getting more and like,
Jesus.
It's like Hank Hill. Just like more and more, except until the point where he's angry. So,
if you weren't my son, I'd hug you.
Well, I guess I already answered this, but I was gonna ask like pagan or Christianity. Which one do you choose in this movie?
Kidding me?
Yeah, because with the pagan religion, when the girl's just like banging on your wall, naked,
singing
dancing
the song
against
like,
it.
Hey, come to my room.
Yeah,
boy.
it's just like you can just be like, I'm pagan, okay.
He's like,
Versus Christianity, you got to whip yourself on the back 500 times, just be like, get the demons out.
Yeah, she put a spell on that dude.
Yeah.
It made you think of this is the real Hocus Pocus.
Yeah.
That's what it should have been.
It's the better Hocus Pocus. Hocus Pocus 6.
Just put that wiggle spell on him.
Yeah.
Right through the wall.
Something I really like is there's so much directly looking at the camera in this movie because of like POV shots and stuff. Like, especially towards the end when he's going to like business to look around. There's like the bread.
Just busting in people's homes.
Bread man coffin thing.
Yeah.
And like they're all showing off their little costume and it's just like he's showing it straight to the camera. I was like, that's when it all starts getting pretty eerie. And I will say like all their masks and stuff are kind of creepy because they're, I don't know, not low rent, but they're like handmade. So
some
it's kind of creepy.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Like
some of
the
great.
fish ones were like really well made.
My favorite was the buffalo head one.
Yeah. That was
fucking
cool.
ruled.
And I think some of this shit is actually real to this island, isn't it? Because in the beginning of the movie, it's like, thanks to the people of Summerisle for letting us in on your like religion and shit.
Yeah, I don't know if they filmed it directly.
I mean, not filmed it there,
but yeah, like, they got a. I mean, they did some research, and
I
stuff,
feel like
obviously.
some of the people at the end, like there was some people showing off their masks. I feel like those are real ass.
Didn't it feel like that was the point of view shots, and I was like, there's something there. It made it kind of eerie because I was like, are these people in the film?
Like this should happen.
Is this real?
I hope
like,
so.
What's happening?
And if it does, I want to go.
I'm sure they didn't do the sacrifices. I mean, at some point, I'm sure way back in the day, people did sacrifices.
Do you think they have like a roped off area for banging outside, like outside?
It didn't seem like it mattered where you were. If you got to bang, you got to bang.
Yeah, I know, but like you have like one area that's like keep off the grass, and then the other one's like.
Hey, stop having sex there. This is the good grass. Go over here.
Move 2 yards over here.
This is the sex grass. Yes. It's all lubed up.
It's all so
Can't even cut it because there's so much lube.
Guts up my mower.
All right. So some of the facts. Christopher Lee said that he considers this to be his greatest role ever.
That's amazing.
Yeah. He's like, you know what? Got to dress up as a woman, dance in the streets. Seemed pretty good.
Dancing in the
No, but like for real though, the performances in this movie, especially with Christopher Lee and forgot his name, Edward Woodward, perfect.
Which one's Edward?
Howie.
Howie. Okay.
Yeah, the two I guess main leads are great. They're so good, and that teacher.
I thought everybody was really good.
I mean, it's wild.
Except for the only time I had a question about the actors was the very beginning when he rolls up in the plane and talking to the old guys. And they're all smiling at each other like, we're on camera.
Yeah, this is funny. But I think you could look at it, especially once you get to the end, you can look at it as like, oh, they're all like shit-eating grins because they're like, we're going to burn you alive, bro.
Yeah, that's true.
I love those guys, though. They're just like, can't be here, dude. And they're all like, we don't know her. We don't know her. I don't know. I love those guys. So, director Robin Hardy explained the meaning of the scene with the woman with an egg in her hand nursing a baby while sitting in a graveyard to Alan Cumming in Scotland on screen. According to Hardy, it's a fertility ritual that she was hoping for another baby.
No, but she already has one.
So this movie, so there is no like official version of this movie that the director is 100% like okay with. So the version we watched was the theatrical release. But there is a director's cut that's 99 minutes, and there's a final cut that's 94 minutes. And I guess like the director,
extra 5 minutes, like mostly egg based.
I don't know what those are. I kind of looked up like a lot of the scenes, and it's just a lot of little extra scenes. I guess the 94-minute version is supposed to be the best version. It was hard because I kept seeing people just watch theatrical. It's the best. So it's one of those movies where it seems like the director didn't get to really make the movie he 100% wanted to make. Because there's supposed to be more to that scene where she smashes the egg with her hand.
Nice.
While breastfeeding.
Like her smashing it on the baby's head?
Yes. So, as filming occurred between October and November, there were no trees in blossom. The trees in the scene with the pregnant woman had to be brought in and were all handmade. Edward Woodward admitted one of the memories of filming that stuck out in his mind was watching the trees being brought in on the back of a truck as he had never seen anything like it. So, yeah. And there was like, I guess, another point where they had to film in a different location because they're like, well, we can either film in another location or hand make trees and like put glue blossoms and stuff on them because they're kind of running out of budget. And it's just like they filmed at the worst possible time. Apparently. Yeah.
It was taking them forever.
And I guess the concept of the Wicker Man derives from the single sentence in it's a Julius Caesar-esque word, but it comes out to be commentaries on the Gallic War by Julius Caesar. He claimed that the druids of the Gauls built effigies out of sticks and placed living men inside, then set them on fire to pay tribute to gods. Caesar also claims that the men chosen were typically criminals or slaves. Modern historians have not been able to verify Caesar's account, and its veracity has been questioned. So, like all this has just been like, it's actually kind of just made up, I guess. Julius Caesar was like, we hate pagans. Let's make them look crazy.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I guess I can imagine him seeing this and then making it like his own opinions about it. But like, I can't believe that anyone put inside of that thing was super happy about it.
Yeah. Yeah. Unless they're like completely brainwashed by their religion.
Couldn't he just punch out of it?
Yes. When I saw that door and I was like, hey, kick. Have you ever thought about kicking that door made of sticks open? You ever think of that, Howie?
Yeah, he could have fought a lot harder.
Yeah.
He didn't fight very much.
This one's kind of funny. So in a 2008 interview, director Robin Hardy said it wasn't Jane Jackson or Lorraine Peters, who they filmed nude from the back during Britt Eklund's infamous naked dance scene.
Hell yeah.
Since Eklund appeared topless but did not want to show her rear, it was a stripper he hired in Glasgow, Scotland, that vaguely resembled Eklund. He said, we had to find someone rather quickly. The girl we found in a club was promised back the next day to the place where she was performing. To my distress, I discovered she was still with the crew having a good time 2 weeks later. Eklund said in an interview on BBC One's Friday Night with Jonathan Ross that's the story she heard too. I didn't want to show my bottom, but I shot myself in the foot. They put in the ugliest, biggest bottom in the world. Mine was much smaller and much nicer. I recently found out it was a stripper from Glasgow. Eklund said she was less than pleased with her body double and wished she had felt confident enough to bear all. She confirmed that she was pregnant during the shoot with son Nikolai, but denied long-standing rumors that this was the real reason she refused to strip, claiming she did not know she was pregnant at the time. I'm just like, it's funny because, when I read that and then I was just kind of watching as I was looking for notes or facts, and I was like, Bud doesn't look that ugly.
She's not big.
What are you talking about?
The concept of beauty in the 70s is insane.
She almost looks exactly like your size, except maybe a little bigger down below.
I didn't notice.
I didn't either. I was like, I've seen this movie 4 or 5 times. I've never noticed there was a body double. Now watching it, you can tell by her hair more than you can tell by her butt.
Yeah, I guess. I thought it was fine. It's a great butt.
Yeah.
Totally fine butt.
Yeah.
I wish I had that
stripper from Glasgow.
Yeah, she's like 80 now.
Did a great job, lady. You danced against that wall the best you could have. We all appreciate your service. So, Sir Christopher Lee paid his own press tour out of his own pocket, and he hit every stop in the U.S. willing to interview him about the movie. According to a rumor, some farmers in Iowa were surprised to see him on live early morning public access shows because that's how much he loved this movie and wanted to get it out.
Wow.
Because he just wanted everybody to see it, and nobody saw it.
Yeah, because he went to Iowa, my dude.
Yeah, it's like, dude, you got lost. It's just corn there, man.
I bet those farmers were real excited to see someone they didn't know.
Jesus Christ, Dracula's here.
Yeah. That's right. He was Dracula.
People walking with their little pitchforks and fire.
They're like, get rid of those sideburns or we're going to burn this building down.
Yeah. So the current version available in the US and UK is still incomplete despite its director's cut status. Still missing is a lengthy speech made by Lord Summerisle on apples. There's a lot more speeches about
they love their apples
and fruit. Yeah. So it is rumored that the original negative, the full-length version, was used as landfill in the construction of the M3 motorway in England. Sir Christopher Lee said that this was apparently done on purpose because Michael Dealey's dislike of the movie. The negative and the outtakes of this movie were stored in a vault at Shepperton Studios. After the company was purchased by new owners, they ordered the vault to be cleared of all old material. The vault manager accidentally put the negatives, which just arrived from the lab, with the ones that were to be destroyed.
Yeah, I'm sure.
That's why there's so much of this movie where it's just like, I think there's more. But some people
dig them up.
Some people say that the the longer versions are like, it makes him stay there longer for like an extra day, and it's just like it feels tighter and kind of more complete.
Like May 2nd.
Yeah, it's like as like 8. Well, no, I guess it's just like he's just there a little bit longer. And some people say it's actually kind of better, and it doesn't make it any better to be longer. So that's what I really liked about this movie. I was like, this is like a perfect 89-minute movie.
Yeah, it was awesome.
It's like, wow, you got everything across pretty well with just like 4 or 5 conversations, really.
I see no need to
and then
add
one
any
research thing.
Commentary on apples, for God's sake.
And I love that this movie kind of fits with a lot of the movies we did this week, where it's like someone's investigating something and then there's a cult.
Dude, you know what's awesome about apples? So it's apple.
That's actually my favorite way to start a conversation. You know what? Something interesting about apples? Always wondered.
My brother-in-law brought us some apples from Vermont because it's apple picking season, and like they're just flowing out the ears with apples up there.
Yeah.
And they're the best goddamn apples I've ever had in my fucking life.
Yeah.
And they're gone now. I should have brought you one.
Yeah, that'd have been
But
great.
I don't think about other people.
Yeah, that makes sense.
They're just so delicious.
I've never had an apple just like right off a tree. Have you?
Dude, yes.
Are they good?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I would love to have
These
one.
are right off the tree apples.
Like I like mine to just stay in like Walmart for 20 to 30
bullshit.
days.
Every other apple in the world is bullshit now. I compare every apple to the good ones.
To the Vermont apples.
Yes.
This is not Vermont apples. Get it out of my face.
This is an ad for Vermont.
I only like Vermont.
Me and Bernie Sanders went apple picking. It was amazing. Kissed.
You had to like put them on your shoulders.
Like the guy at the bar.
Yeah. Just got like a cop from Britain just be like, oh, I hate this shit. How dare he be on his shoulders? How dare I sing and have a good time? So this is a little bit about a sequel that was written. So it never came to be. In 1989, screenwriter
Burning Man.
Yeah, screenwriter Anthony Schaefer wrote a 30-page script treatment titled "The Loathsome Lambton Worm," a direct sequel to this movie. For producer Lance W. Reynolds.
First of all, that name sucks.
Yeah, we're about to find out why. It would have been a more fantastical in its subject matter than this movie and relied more heavily on visual effects. In this continuation of the story, which begins immediately after the ending of this movie, Sergeant Neil Howie is rescued from the burning Wicker Man by a group of police officers from the mainland. Howie sets out to bring Lord Summerisle and his pagan followers to justice, but becomes embroiled in a series of challenges which pit the old gods against his own Christian faith. Script culminates in a climactic battle between Howie and a fire-breathing dragon.
Yes.
The title Lambton Worm and ends with a suicidal Howie plunging to his death from a cliff while tied to two large eagles.
That sounds metal as fuck.
Schaefer's sequel was never produced, but his treatment, complete with illustrations, was eventually published in the companion book Inside the Wicker Man. Director Robin Hardy was not asked to direct the sequel and never read the script, as he did not like the idea of Howie surviving the sacrifice or the fact that the actors would have aged 20 to 30 years between the two movies. In May 2010, Hardy discussed the loathsome Lambton Worm. I know Tony did write that, but I don't think anyone particularly liked it or it would have been made.
It's time to revisit this idea because I love it to death.
Complete batshit different movie.
You just said all the words that I love so much.
Like a fire-breathing dragon? What?
Plunging to your death, strapped to two eagles. Get out of town.
It would have been fantastic if we did like a 50 years later sequel
petition
to this
your
movie.
congressman.
Yeah.
Get this movie made.
Donald, the money for the White House, put it into this movie. We need a big budget. Yeah, so that's pretty much all I got for the beginning. Should we hop into the plot?
Yeah.
But before we do, I want you to think as we're going through the plot, what is the point of the movie? What is the director trying to say? To me, this was actually a little bit kind of, like, I feel like I got my own point. I have no idea what, like, the writer and director were particularly trying to say because I couldn't tell if it was, like, more pro-Christian or more pro-pagan or anti-pagan or anti-Christian. It was very kind of tough. Or was it kind of anti-both? I don't know. I'll tell you what I think at the end. So yeah. And if you want to tell us what you think, there's a link in the description or at the very bottom. You can go to our email address. We recommend mailbag@gmail.com. All right, Jason.
I'll tell you what I think right now. I love your kitty cat sweatshirt.
It's not a kitty cat. It's a Fantastic Mr. Fox. It's the sun.
Oh.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's my
I was
fall.
like, what is it? Why does he have a sock on its head?
It's my fall sweatshirt.
It's amazing. Anyway.
It's like, I love wearing sweatshirts and I love that character. So it's great. All right.
It's incredible.
Jason, let's step on Summerisle Island and meet the Wicker Man.
I feel like we should play the sound from a game show.
No.
Like,
what game show is that? I watch a lot of game shows. None of them sound like that.
The one where they ask the questions to win $1 million.
Yeah. Who wants to be a millionaire? Bro, don't come
Who
at
wants to
me.
be a millionaire?
Who wants to be a millionaire? They still have that show. It's hosted by Jimmy Kimmel, but now it's only done by celebrities. Only celebrities are allowed to make money for charities.
That makes sense.
Like all things now. Like Weakest Link, we were watching. It came back and had Jane Lynch. She's amazing as the host. And it was like, I guess it wasn't getting good ratings. So like, let's put celebrities in it instead. And it's like, can normal people make money off these shows, please?
At least they're giving it to charity.
Yeah, that's true. I'm Charity. That's my stripper name. All right. So the lead is flying a plane while some folk song plays. Barley, some barley,
Rings of barley.
Sergeant Neil Howie lands on an island, and the people of the town say it's a private property. But he tells them, "Hey, motherfuckers, I'm a cop."
They're like, "Get the fuck out of here!"
And he's like, "Technically, I'll arrest you." I'm gonna say that 500 more times. It tells him he's looking for a missing girl. Ooh, scary. So he received an anonymous letter requesting his presence on Summerisle, a remote Hebridean island famed for its popular and unusual abundant fruit produce.
Famous for its apples.
Yeah. A young girl named Rowan Morrison has been missing for a number of months, and he received a letter from the mother. He asked the old men that he met at the docking, and they are a little off. They seem very off. They say she isn't from the island, but then they remember her mother, May Morrison, who does live on the island. He sets out to talk to her. As he walks, everybody pokes their head out of their houses and stares at him. And then he stops at May's candy shop.
/ post office.
Yeah. It's like, where the hell are they get all that candy, man?
Oh, I love that. She bakes it all, I think.
I was just like, geez, Louise. How do any of them have teeth? I mean, they're only selling it to them. It doesn't seem like there's that many people.
They've got free healthcare.
Yeah.
I think.
I think the teeth god.
Yeah.
It's like every year they pull out someone's tooth and bury it under a tree.
That's why they had those pictures. That's why the girl had that statue of an elephant, the ivory.
There it is. So when he speaks to May, she says that Rowan is not her daughter because her daughter, Myrtle, is in the other room painting a hair. He talks to Myrtle and asks about Rowan. He asks Myrtle if she knows Rowan. She says yes. And she runs and says that she runs in the field because she's a hare.
I thought it was great when he was like, "Nice rabbits." And she's like, "You dumb fuck, those are hares."
Damn hillbilly thinking this is a rabbit.
David Attenborough's over there like, "Yeah, I'm bitch."
This is my home. Yeah, this place, there's a lot of hair talk in this movie.
They love hair.
They love hair. And I love that like Myrtle or Howie just like gets like right down next to her, gets a little paint on it, and he's like, "This fucking child got paint on me."
Oh, what were the days when you could leave your child alone with a police officer?
Yeah. Hey, what seems to be a Catholic police officer. So he goes to the Green Man Inn. When he enters, everybody stops talking and enjoying themselves. Love when this shit happens.
How about the sign to the Green Man?
Oh, it's great. And I had it in my notes, and I don't know where it's at, but like the Green Man like stands for something in pagan religion.
I know it's like when you play beer drinking games, you can do the little green man.
Yeah.
It's something you have to take off of your beer before you drink.
Oh, I didn't hear.
I don't know if that has anything to do
Maybe
with
it does.
this.
Maybe it's like comes from the same like thing.
Let me remove my little green man here.
Yeah. But I love whenever there's movies where like someone walks in, everybody stops talking. It's like an outsider.
Yeah, the imagery is so good.
And then like it should lead you to believe like, oh, they're all kind of in on this together because they're all like, oh, I guess we got to be quiet so we can hear what he's going to say so we can plan out the rest of our night.
No, it's probably the first police officer they've ever seen.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. It's like,
might as well have the old West swinging doors where he walks in.
It's a crap. Now we're not going to be allowed to have sex outside in the grass.
Oh, no, that's still happening. Yeah. That's definitely happening.
So he's going to be rooming at the Green Man Inn, where he is introduced to the beautiful young daughter of the landlord, Willow, and gets a nice little song sung to him, The Landlord's Daughter. It's essentially an entire group of men in a bar drinking, singing about, we all want to boink her.
Yes.
If you're lucky, she'll show what's between her left foot and her right foot.
I know. I love these people.
Those two old men, I was like, man, put them in the Old Man Hall of Fame.
They're
my favorites. And they're doing their little swinging together. And I'm like,
I want to go drink with some real Scotsmen.
Yeah, I know. It seems like a good time. As long as they don't like rob me afterwards, that'd be nice.
Yeah, they'll probably do that.
I'd want to go to a pagan island where they're just like, yeah, we don't care, man. Just drink with us. And be like, cool.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Yeah. Howie hates all this. He hates commotion and stops the fun to tell them that he's looking for Rowan. And everybody's like, we haven't seen her, dude. Already.
Yeah, we got Anyway.
Yeah. Then Howie notices a series of photographs celebrating the island's annual harvest, adorning the wall of the bar, with each photograph featuring a young girl, the May Queen. The last photograph is missing due to being broken, and apparently we'll learn no negatives exist.
He's like, "Oi, where's that one, eh?"
Oh. Yeah. You sounded American. You seemed like you were doing British. Then you went Australian.
Oh yeah, it's eclectic.
Neil doesn't like his meal and wants an apple, but they don't have an apple. And he's like, by God, no apples.
This is like Apple Island.
We transported them all, I guess. And he's like, it's like, do you want some like peaches and cream or something?
Shit?
And he's like, yeah. And he's just like, he doesn't like, these beans look weird, damn it.
They're natural beans.
Yeah. They all look weird. And it's like, he's being played. So he goes outside, sees people getting down to business right outside in the field. Neil totally hates it.
How weird was the slow motion?
Yeah, it was just like, what? It's like, what? Do we need the slow motion?
I don't think so.
Maybe they didn't get like a good enough shot, so they had to like prolong it or something.
Bad slow motion.
And maybe it's because it was dark out, the camera wasn't as good. I don't know.
But it was wild.
Yeah.
He's having a moment.
And Neil's like,
He's like, thank you.
And then he watches people water a grave and a naked girl crying at a headstone. Odd.
Yeah, right.
Hey, water coming out everywhere.
I like whatever's going on in this town.
Yeah, it's just,
I want it.
That's how I mourn. Just get naked and bend over.
Man, how fun.
So he goes back into the inn and to his room. We see him praying and having flashbacks of his time at a Catholic church.
Yeah, his favorite. What do you call it when you take the bread and the blood?
Oh, communion?
Yeah, his favorite communion, I guess.
Yeah. He's like completely freaked out because he's like, dang it.
Jesus.
No one feels guilty about anything here. Where's all the guilt? We're supposed to be scared all the time. Yes. So he struggles praying because it's too loud downstairs and he is feeling tempted by Willow. Came over to his door and is like, Sergeant. Mr. Sergeant. And then she goes to her room, starts hitting on the wall, and be like, have sex with me. But much beautifuler of a song.
Yeah, the hey ho, get him, eat my pussy.
And then she's like banging on the door, like just really getting down with the wall. And Neil's just like biting his like hand, is like, oh, I want to. Oh,
he's about to hump the wall.
Wild scene. Wild. It's great though.
I put a spell on
and this
you.
is where we kind of see the first time where like we have a character just straight up looking at us and singing or talking. Because it's the camera's outside the window, it seems, and she's just directly singing to us like she's tempting us to come into her room.
Yeah.
I think it's very affecting. And it's
I saw that huge crack in her TV screen. What the fuck?
Yeah, the little hole in my TV screen. Yeah. Don't ask any questions. It was a lot easier when they're box TVs. Now that they're flat screens, it's like there's very little pleasure in it. I put like it's a weird but yet kind of sexy scene, and Neil looks like he's gonna die.
Yeah,
like boy's gonna burst at any second.
It was cool when she went
both
over,
ways.
She had that little statue, and she went over and did like the hand, like kind of rubbed something off of it, and then she kind of held it and then like whooshed it outside.
Yeah.
Was that, you think that was one of those candles?
Yeah, I don't know what she was doing. Maybe that's like a pagan ritual when you're ready to have sex. You throw a candle outside the window.
She was just like, she scoops something invisible off of it, and she's like, woo.
Oh, yeah, where she does that. Yeah, it's like, what is that? Energy? Aura? I don't know.
It's just her scent.
It's like, I wish there was a more detailed thing about like every single thing that was done in this movie, where I wouldn't have to search for like 8 hours to figure out everything. It's great though.
I love this lady.
So now that Neil Blue Balls is settled, he goes outside and sees more pagan traditions and songs.
For Blue Balls.
Yeah.
So there's a movie coming out soon. I think there might be a show based on Stephen King's book, The Long Walk. Right?
Yeah, it's a movie.
In the book, there's a kid who dies literally from getting blue balls.
Really?
Yes.
What the fuck?
You gotta check it out.
I can't wait to watch that movie.
I don't know if it's in the show.
I doubt it's probably in the movie.
Probably not.
But that'd be wild. I'm excited to see that movie because it's got good reviews, and I'm like, so they walk?
Yeah.
It's a movie about walking.
They have to walk at a certain speed, and if they slow down, the military shoots them in the face.
Yeah, and it's like, I can't wait to figure out anything about it because I have no idea what it's about. And I'm like, what's the movie?
It's cool.
They walk.
It was cool.
So yeah, he goes, he sees more pagan traditions and songs. There's kids tied to a tree with a ribbon. It's a song about life and growing up. It's like, there's a bird, it has an egg, it falls, there's a feather, and then there's a man, or there's a feather, and that makes a bed, and then there's a man, and then there's a woman, and they lay on the bed. There's a seed, there's a boy, there's a man, there's a grave, and then there's a Mayday tree. Then kids run around the tree with a ribbon.
Yeah, and they struck.
This was my favorite song.
It's a cool song.
It was my favorite. I was like, hell yeah, this is a jig. I love how
musical this fucking movie is. I love it so much.
I know, it's such a celebration.
Yes.
Of like this.
Of life and like the circle of life.
And it's great. And it would all been perfect if they didn't burn a man alive with it.
And then they put Timon and Pumbaa in that Wicker Man too.
Yeah, like, and they're just like.
They're like, this is not Hakuna Matata.
We've just been eating fruit. We actually all love meat, so we're finding now. So he snoops in on a class where the girls are learning about the maypole. The boys are spinning around in the background. We learn that it's a phallic symbol. Neil definitely hates that. He talks to the teacher. He's like, I'm going to report you, lady, to the authorities because you're teaching these kids wrong things.
Yes.
And he's like, well, they should probably learn it at some point.
Yeah, they're just going to grow up loving penis.
I mean, they're all about to want to have those urges. Might as well teach them, right? I don't know. Instead of making them feel guilty about it and then they don't have proper sex and then they immediately, you
gotta
make
feel
bad
angry
decisions.
your first time.
Yeah.
It's a part of it.
Though I guess like the thing that he's like having an issue with is like, you're just telling these kids to go bang each other all the time. And they're like, I don't know what you want from us, man.
Yeah. No, like I think it's good to teach kids about imagery. And I mean, that's just part of human existence.
Yeah.
Everything's a penis. Everything is boobs.
Yeah.
That's one of the lessons I learned in Afghanistan.
Well,
it's true. Everything is shaped like penis and boobs.
Oh, gotcha. I was just like, I don't know how to talk about this.
It's okay. It's okay to feel upset.
I'm not upset. I was just like, what?
It's just boobs and penises.
Just boobs and penises. That's what's in Afghanistan.
No,
I know,
the buildings.
I get
the
it.
Shapes. Even no, I'm talking about on our military bases.
No, yeah, I get it. I'm just messing. Yeah. So he tells the teacher that he's teaching them. He's mad that he's teaching them about sex. He blames everybody for having a good time and being taught what phallic symbols and what life is. Lame. He's such a loser.
Yeah, go read a book.
Have a drink. I don't know.
Get with the landlord's daughter.
I'm sure they got weed on that island.
Nah.
Just take one puff.
That'd be awesome if that was their apples.
They're actually probably more on acid or something.
Oh,
probably got some weird acid mix that they're
some
having.
apple-based acid.
Hell
LSD.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So he talks to the kids next. He asks them about Rowan. They say they don't know her. He notices an empty desk. The teacher says no one sits there. Then he sees Then he goes to that desk and he opens it up and he sees a beetle tied to a nail spinning in circles.
That was fucked up.
And gets pissed again.
I was with him on that one.
This boy's pissed. All right, look, here's what I'm going to say about this. Kids, well, because they're seeing what like the Mayday pole, so they kind of replicating that with a bug, but also, kids are little shitheads, right?
Yes.
Kids love to destroy bugs.
I know.
It's like me throwing firecrackers and anthills growing up and like blowing up insects and stuff.
Yeah, but that's awesome.
Yeah. Well, so this was actually, when I saw this, I was like, these kids are kind of cool.
It is kind of cool.
I was like, wow, who would have thought of doing that? But then I'm like, well, they have the imagery.
But you know it, like the weird girl. That
was
over there, like she did.
The weird girl's like, and then after it makes it goes around the pole 2 to 10 times, I eat a wing or a leg. And it's like, all right, this girl actually might need some sort of different place to be. And so, yeah, he's just getting real pissed. He's like, you fucking devil.
How dare you torture this beetle?
Yeah. And then he asks for a list of students and the teacher says he will need permission from Lord Summerisle. But he doesn't care and he takes it anyways. He's like, I am the law. There he finds her name and he calls them all liars. You all should be ashamed of yourself. And it's like, fuck you. It's like, I wish one kid would have just said that. Go to your own home.
Throw an egg at him.
Yeah. You'll have birth on your face later. So the teacher speaks to him outside. She tells him that she has died, but to them, she just becomes trees and air and things like that. Neil asks why they don't learn about Christianity. She says it's easier for kids to understand reincarnation instead of resurrection. Then she tells them to check the churchyard for a grave, but it's not really a church anymore, as in there is no, they don't believe in Christianity.
Yeah, it's not a church anymore.
Yeah, I know I just went through that pretty fast, but there's a lot of really interesting things that she says and stuff like that.
I really she's great. What a great teacher.
Yeah.
Although
maybe take care of that bug situation.
Yeah, take care of the bug situation.
I don't know. I will say, a little more authority would have been nice for a teacher, It's there seems to be it's thinking about it, it's oh, I love how free and everybody's enjoying themselves. But it's what happens if there is crime? Are they just whatever?
Yeah, they just get rid of the evidence.
Yeah. It's so it seems like there definitely is probably, some weird stuff happening on the island. That probably isn't as fun and great as we're yeah, I love this island.
It's probably you do crime, you get sacrificed.
Yeah. All right.
I'm pretty sure I wouldn't commit crime.
I'll do the time. I'll come back as a devilish apple. But yeah, so he goes to the graveyard to find a woman breastfeeding while holding an egg. Lol.
Yes.
It's which she's so is this just where everybody does it, or
yeah, this
is just a breastfeeding area? Do you all have to bring your own eggs, or there's an egg sitting here? Which is it?
These government eggs.
Yes. Then he finds the grave and creates a cross to put upon it.
Loser.
He gets really pissed off. There's so much junk on this one grave.
Hey,
stone.
yeah, there were some apples
shit.
in that basket.
Yeah, and then he
just threw them.
I'm gonna make a cross. And apparently, when the actor went back there, he kind of just went back to the island to see some more of just some of the locations and stuff that he saw. And that cross was still laying there. And I think it was 20 years later.
Dang.
So no one moved that cross. I wouldn't either. I'd be hell yeah, that
was in a movie.
It's history, baby. So then he talks to a guy in the graveyard. The guy tells him that
gravekeeper.
The grave there, that they're standing in front of, is Rowan's grave. And apparently he's planting trees on all the graves.
That's awesome.
And it also has the wee lass's navel string on the tree, because where else would you put it?
Yeah, a little beef jerky. Yeah.
It's where it belongs.
Yeah, I know. It was so funny how he was confused.
Neil hates this. Yeah. I keep calling him Neil and Howie. It's Neil Howie, Sergeant Neil Howie. So if you get confused.
Where else would you put your navel string?
Yeah, right.
You fucking moron.
And Howie's inside the body, underneath the earth. I want to kill everybody here. So after discovering the grave bearing Rowan Morson's name in the cemetery, he goes to the doctor where he sees a lady putting a frog in a girl's mouth to fix sore throat.
How'd that make you feel, Jesse?
Whoo-wee, bro. That I would just be you know what? I'll die from sore throat. It's no, thank you.
Did it fix your sore throat?
No, it tightened my sphincter. Where I was ooh. Boy, was clenching after he saw that. And I love it. Pulls the frog out, and it's oh, wee lass, you see, you're gonna be all better soon. And the frog's ribbit. He's you see, it's already got your cough.
Yeah.
It's well, yeah, now what do you put in the frog's mouth to fix the frog's cough? Huh?
Another tinier frog.
And I love he goes in there. It's the woman's do you need any assistance? Sergeant's not from you. You're all raving mad. Such a good line. So then at the doctor's, he asks for death records, but the woman, he says he needs permission from Lord Summerisle, but he threatens her by saying he'll arrest her, and sees no death certificate for Rowan. So he goes to the chemist / photographer, because that's obviously a
small island. You gotta have multiple
use
hats.
Chemicals to develop film. You're a chemist.
Using the same chemicals.
Everybody's pulling double duty there.
Yeah, and he's got the Siamese twin sheep in there.
It's what you didn't know about the one nurse lady putting a frog in the girl's mouth. It's she's a nurse, but also she raises frogs. So she's I got to make them both useful,
Hell yeah.
Just
man.
He's I'm a chemist, but I also take pictures. I had to put them together. So he asked about the missing pictures from the last Harvest Festival.
Did you see the bottle full of foreskins? It was the first one that pops up.
There's foreskins, hearts, lungs, everything. And it's just
Why are they circumcising?
What type of chemistry is this?
They're not Christians? Why are they circumcising?
Maybe,
That's a weird thing to do.
Maybe there's a lot of them that like came from the island or like off the island, and then they come there and they're circumcised because they were
like
raised in Christian beliefs,
old.
and then or that. You know?
Aged.
Well, so what we'll find out later is that you know, that there were Christians there.
Yeah, that's why they
and
built
then they all fled. So I'm sure they had some.
And they were
Christians
collecting the
there,
foreskin.
and they're just like, "Hey, this guy didn't leave. Let's get his foreskin. Let's get his penis." So anywho, he goes to the chemist photographer. He asks about the missing pictures from the last harvest festival. He doesn't have any copies of the picture, and the man doesn't know if it was Rowan or not. So Howie continues around the island, finding more naked women doing pagan rituals and around stone and fire. It's like almost like Stonehenge looking thing.
Yeah, it was
it's a
Stonehenge.
pregnancy ritual thing.
That rules.
Yeah, and you just got there's like some girls that are in like dresses walking around and like I don't know, trees and like hugging the trees and like kissing apples or whatever, and some just jumping over fire naked.
Hell yeah.
So Howie's search eventually brings him into my favorite part of the entire movie, into contact with the island's community leader, laird and de facto figurehead, Lord Summerisle.
Fucking badass house.
He's very calm and kind. He knew Howie was looking for the girl. Howie suspects murder and asks for the body to be exhumed. Summerisle's like, cool,
so yeah,
do whatever you want, bro. Like, I don't know if you know this, but we're pretty chill.
We're pretty chill. I got sideburns for days.
Chill. Yeah. He says that nobody there would murder her because they are religious people. Howie goes off because he thinks their religion is dumb. So I have a whole list of things that I just want to say because this is my favorite part of the movie.
Yeah.
So Sergeant Howie, your lordship seems strangely unconcerned, Summerisle. Well, I'm confident your suspicions are wrong, Sergeant. We do not commit murder here. We're deeply religious people. Howie. Howie, religious, with ruined churches, no ministries, no priests, and children dancing naked. Summerisle, they do love their divinity lessons.
Yes.
Howie, super outraged, but they are naked.
I thought he saw a ghost.
So Summerisle, naturally, it's much too dangerous to jump through the fire with your clothes on. Howie, what religion can possibly be learning jumping over bonfires? Summerisle, Parthenogenesis?
Parthenogenesis.
Yes, that. Howie, what? Literally, Summerisle, literally, as Miss Rose would doubtless say in her assiduous way, reproduction without sexual union. Howie, oh, what is all this? I mean, you got fake biology, fake religion. Sir, have these children never heard of Jesus? Summerisle, himself the son of a virgin, impregnated, I believe, by a ghost. And then Summerisle, do sit down, Sergeant. Shocks are so much better absorbed with knees bent. Then he explains there's ways a bit more. They follow the old gods, and Howie does not like this. Howie, and what of the true God, whose glory, churches, and monasteries have been built on these islands of generations past? Now, sir, what of him? Lord Summerisle, he's dead. Can't complain. Had his chance, and in modern parlance, blew it.
Yeah, hell yeah. Baron and Aaron.
It's just like, I don't know. It's like they're back and forth, and they're both such good actors in this scene, and it's just like, this was a good scene. It's kind of my favorite whole. They're kind of go tit for tat.
Yeah, I know. They're both like highly faithful to their religions.
And so it's just like, who's right? We won't know until maybe the end of the movie, but also is it vague? But yeah, Summerisle explains how to Howie the island's recent history and culture. And this is where I put my notes. Big castle with fancy old antiques and then random pictures of tomatoes and onions.
Hell yeah.
Summerisle's grandfather, a distinguished Victorian scientist, developed several new strains of fruit that he believed could prosper in Scotland's climate given the proper conditions. Drawn to Summerisle's unique combination of fertile volcanic soil and local waters heated by the Gulf Stream, he inculcated in the local populace a belief that old gods were real and worshiping them by farming the new crop strains would deliver them from their meager livelihood. The crops bore fruit, and the island's Christian clergy were driven away, the population now embracing pagan teachings wholesale. People have fun and grow crops. What could go wrong?
Yeah.
And then Howie's just like, God dang it!
We know how much Catholics hate apples.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Like, they're bad.
That one fucking apple.
That one apple that ruined everything. We couldn't just be like, all right, we'll give you a pass on this one apple.
The apples are sick, man.
You eat a second apple, now I'm pissed, and then I'll create hell. So enraged by Summerisle's glib comment that Christianity the Christian god is dead, Howie demands permission to exhume Rowan's body, which Lord Summerisle says, already did, dude.
He's like, yeah, man. I
Yeah.
thought you could do it. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. He's confident in the belief that such a really deeply religious community as his is incapable of murder. So Howie's exhumes the grave and it reveals only the body of a hare. He angrily confronts Summerisle once more by throwing a hare, declaring that he believes that Rowan Morrison was murdered as part of a pagan sacrifice, that he intends to bring the full weight of the law upon the inhabitants of the island.
I love how everyone's always singing.
Yeah, because like he goes there and it's the teacher just like hanging out with Summerisle.
Yeah, he's got his like whole get up on.
Yeah.
Like with his socks and his kilt and everything.
Yeah, it's great. And he's just like, you know what? You just do whatever.
You're the fucking
Howie,
detective.
you
Figure
just
it out, man.
Go, yeah, because he's like, and where would it be? It's like, you're the detective.
Yeah.
Why are you asking me? Just getting more pissed off.
I would have been pissed if you got my nice rug all bloody with a hair.
Yeah, be like, hey. But them there, they're probably like, yes, I love dead hares. So Summerisle sets him off and tells him it's good he won't be around for the May Day celebration. But he will. So Howie breaks into the local chemist shop. Howie discovers that a negative of the last year's harvest photograph does in fact exist. It shows Rowan standing amidst a meager, pathetic group of boxes, indicating that last year's harvest was a poor one and that the crops, the island only means of income, had failed. It's like there's literally like one fruit in the box. And she's just standing there smiling, and it's like, you shouldn't smile. It's not a good thing. So struck by his recollection of an offhand remark made by Lord Summerisle about appeasing the old gods when necessary, and by research that indicates pagan societies offer up a human sacrifice in the event of crop failure, Howie deduces that Rowan is in fact still alive and that she is being kept hidden so she can be sacrificed as part of the May Day celebrations to ensure a plentiful harvest for the coming year. And there's just like, yes, because Howie says, primitive man lived and died by his harvest. The purpose of his spring ceremonies was to ensure a plentiful autumn. Relics of these fertility dramas are to be found all over Europe. In Great Britain, for example, one can still see harmless versions of them dance in obscure villages on May Day. Their cast includes many alarming characters, a man-animal, or a hobby horse, who canters at the head of the procession, charging at the girls, a man-woman, the sinister teaser, played by the community leader or priest, and a man-fool, Punch, most complex of all the symbolic characters. The privileged simpleton and king for a day, 6 swordmen follow these figures, and at the climax of the ceremony, lock their swords together in a clear symbol of the sun. In pagan times, however, these dancers were not simply picturesque jigs, they were frenzies, rites ending in a sacrifice by which the dancers hoped desperately to win over the goddess of the fields. In good times, they offered produce to the gods and slaughtered animals, but in bad years when the harvest had been poor, the sacrifice was a human being.
Hell yeah, it's awesome.
And then Howie's like, Rowan's not dead?
And I love it. It's like he's thinking out loud, or like you hearing his thoughts.
Yeah.
And the librarian's like, can you shut the fuck up?
Can you like think?
And then he
less
starts
loud?
talking out loud.
Yeah.
But you know, like a lot of our Christmas traditions come from these same rituals.
Yeah, the Christmas tree.
Yeah,
Decorating a Christmas tree.
And the Yule log, like shit like that. Christmas used to be fun.
Yeah.
A lot more fun.
Now it's just fake trees and it's boring.
Yeah,
Get a
there
real
used to
tree,
be
everybody.
orgies at Christmas.
Yeah.
Let's
Just
go.
under the tree. So Howie's going to leave. As he heads to his plane, we see random people popping out with animal masks. Rad. That's when the movie's like, let's go.
Yeah.
That's where it feels real folky.
They're all like, what's the word?
They're all kind of mischievous.
Mischievous. Because they're looking at his plane.
And they're like, and then you got like the little noises where it's like, boo, 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 boo. And so when he gets to his plane, it won't start, and the people with masks hide, and they're like, tee. And then he decides to find Rowan himself. So Howie walks around looking. He spots
kick at every fucking
yeah,
door.
that's essentially what he's gonna do. So he walks around looking. He spots the hobby horse he read about, and he chases after him. But like, he's actually being like tempted by it and being led to this place.
You can't catch him.
Yeah. Howie sees Lord Summerisle preparing for the May Day festival with the townfolk. He hears that they are going to make a sacrifice to the sun god and orchard god for better crops. He's just like, it's like, Howie, you're being set up. Just hang out on the plane. Just don't leave the plane. Just stay on the plane, Howie.
I feel like if you learn to fly a plane, you should learn to like how to fix it.
Yeah.
Or at least figure out what's wrong with
Especially like if you just land in the middle of the ocean, it's like, holy crap. All right. So he goes back to May and tells her that Rowan is not dead, but she does not care for what he has to say. She tells him to go back to the mainland for that he doesn't understand their ways. It's like the mom's just like, dude, I don't care. Okay. Like, no one here cares what you're saying.
I've got another daughter. It's fine.
It's like you're constantly yelling at people for what they're doing, and they're not going to listen. Howie then searches every house on the island looking for Rowan. Got like the naked teacher.
Yeah.
Got a kid playing dead for some reason.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Because they're just being mischievous. You got the boat where it's like a guy's making a fish thing. You got a bakery where they're like baking a like bread corpse.
Yeah.
You got the butcher, the funeral home, and he goes back to the inn to rest. He pretends to sleep as Willow and her father talk about wanting him to sleep through the festival. They put a hand candle by his bed.
Super normal.
I don't know what hand candles do, but I'll give it a hand.
They don't sell them at Bath and Body Works.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one. It's at the demonic one. So, and we learned a little earlier that the innkeeper is going to be Punch. So Howie ties up the innkeeper and assumes his place as Punch, a principal character of the May Day Festival. Disguised, he joins the procession of islanders as they kind of go around through the town and perform harmless sacrifices to various lesser gods. Love you got. It's like, so at first, he's just kind of walking, swinging his little thing. And then Lord Summerisle was like,
shit.
Hey, come on, man. We do this once a year. Get into it. It's one day a year. You got to be into this shit. We see men fighting with swords and kilts. Some of the girls start poking at Howie with the swords. And Summerisle's, now you got the spirit.
Yeah.
They stop at where the girls were jumping over fire. They create a star with the swords where everybody has to put their heads through. It's like a game of chance. Howie goes through, but nothing happens. And the next person goes and they chop off the head. But it was a fake head.
Yeah.
So
they knew which one to do.
Yeah. But like, do they actually do this ritual? And it's like, really?
Nah.
Do they ever cut anybody's head off? Doesn't seem like it, right?
No, because they got.
So
You've only got so many people on an island.
Yeah, it's like, we'll go through people pretty fast here. We can't be killing the kids. I mean, come on. The Lord Summerisle.
They kill the only doctor. Like,
yeah. Fuck. Like, oh, well. We're going to have to find another person to take over. So Lord Summerisle releases open barrels of alcohol for the sea gods. Then Lord Summerisle announces that a grimmer sacrifice awaits them, and Rowan is finally revealed and relieved to be rescued at the moment. It's like, oh, help me. Tied to a post, Howie cuts her free and flees through a cave, but after a brief chase, emerges at another entrance on the precipice where Summerisle and his followers stand waiting for them. And Howie is shocked to see Rowan merely embrace her captors and then notices he's being surrounded.
Did I do good, Papa?
Uh-oh. Howie, it seems like things aren't going to work out for you here.
Yeah, it's fine.
So Lord Summerisle explains to Howie that after painstaking research on their behalf, he specifically was lured to Summerisle by the islanders, who have been successful in a conspiracy to lead him to believe that a girl was missing and being held captive against her will, and confirms to him that last year's harvest failed disastrously, threatening the inhabitants with a return to their previously desperate existence, and that they have no intention of allowing that to happen.
I will say that this is the first instance where I ever heard someone say that an adult sacrifice was worth more than a child sacrifice.
Right? That's like, oh, so pagans are a little bit better than, satanic rituals, I guess. So it's always like, it's got to be a goat or a child.
Yeah.
And this one is like, actually, if we could just get like a virgin man, that'd be like,
yeah, that never happens.
Bingo. So their religion calls for a sacrifice to be made to the sun god, as Lord Summerisle explains that animals are fine, but their accessibility is limited. A young child is even better, but not nearly as effective as the right kind of adult. Howie's devout Christian lifestyle and livelihood as a policeman mean that he meets the outstanding criteria for a human that is to be sacrificed to appease the gods. He has
You think
come of his own free will with the power of a king, and he is a virgin, but most importantly, a fool.
Do you think when they sent the letter with the like saying that the girl was missing that drew him there, they're like, P.S. send a virgin?
Or it's just like sends it, it's like send this letter back and answer the question below. Are you a virgin? Yes. Check yes or no. Send it back and don't come until we send another
know
letter
if you're
back.
lying.
Yeah. So Howie yells that he's a Christian and that he has eternal life. Howie, I believe in the life eternal as promised to us by our Lord Jesus Christ, Lord Summerisle. That is good for believing what you do. We confer upon you a rare gift these days, a martyr's death.
Yeah. And then they do weird shit to him.
Yeah.
And put some butter on him.
Yeah. Got to oil him up, man. Might as well eat him afterwards, you know? In spite of his protests that the crops failed because fruit was not meant to grow on these islands, and that next year the sacrifice of Lord Summerisle himself will be called for, Howie stripped bare, then dressed in ceremonial robes and led to the summit of a cliff with his hands tied. He is horrified to find a giant hollow Wicker Man statue, roll credits, with which he is then locked inside. The statue is soon to set afire as the islanders surround the burning Wicker Man and sing the Middle English folk song, Summer is Ickman in.
And they are getting into it.
Yeah.
Loved it.
And a terrified Howie curses them and recites Psalm 23 as he prays to God for his ascension into heaven. Film ends as the burning head of the Wicker Man falls from his shoulders, revealing the sunset and a blood red sky.
Yeah.
Jason, do you think the ritual works?
Yeah, obviously.
I mean,
I'm with Lord Summerisle.
I felt like the zoom in to the sun was supposed to be like, it did work. Oh.
Oh.
It's like maybe this is like a world where like all gods exist.
That rules.
Maybe.
But they both believe in eternal life, but one of them is
one's just different. One's just like
reincarnation.
the
other one's
you might come back as a tree, and the other one's like you'll just like live in this like nether space or something.
Corpse, I guess.
You'll just be like this, like the clouds. I don't know. Wherever you go, wherever heaven's gonna be. Right. So yeah, this ending fucking rules. Did you like the reveal that it was all we actually tricked you? She's alive.
I did. I feel like he did a lot of explaining, but whatever. It was fine.
And it's just like, because I feel like a lot of movies, it's always like, it's like, no, they are going to sacrifice the child. But just the fact that it's like, actually, sucker.
Yeah.
It's you, bro.
I felt like Lord Summerisle he'd been like holding this in for days.
Yeah,
he's like,
oh,
I'm going to get him so
You thought
good.
you had blue balls for Willow. What do you think I've been doing over here?
Got you, bitch.
Every time you walk into the room, I'm like,
Everybody was.
yeah. It's great. And just like Christopher Lee fucking nails this section. And so does Howie's. They're so good. It's so great. Because like the whole time, you know, I was like, man, Howie can just die, whatever. But then like when he's like putting the wicker thing and it's just like, I don't know, man. You know what? Actually, I'm not on these guys' sides anymore.
I don't know. Like I thought it kind of ruled, but also.
Well, yeah. I mean, it ruled.
I think he didn't fight back much.
Yeah.
And I feel like unless they're just the best weavers on the planet, which they could be.
Yeah. I mean, they spent all year making this Wicker Man.
Yeah. Those sticks, I mean, I feel like he could have broken a few.
Yeah.
You know, gone
yeah.
out.
I mean, he definitely could have broken out that door.
He could have rammed the door.
I saw no chains. Okay.
There was like one iron lock on the gate.
Yeah.
Everything else was just dried sticks.
Like start gnawing on it or something.
Something.
Beaver your way out.
Yes.
And there were animals also in the Wicker Man, and so
that was sad.
The actor was actually in the Wicker Man when it was on fire. Like they actually put him in and on fire.
That sucks.
Yeah. He said it was the scariest he's ever been in his life. And the animals were not in the Wicker Man when on fire.
Oh, good.
They were able to use camera magic that way.
Did you hear the words of the song they were singing?
I can't remember it off the top of my head. I had the subtitles on too.
Yeah. It was like when the ewe goes before the lamb, and then when the cow goes moo, the cuckoo, the chicken.
Yeah, I do remember the
just
cuckoo.
Animal sounds.
Yeah, they're just making animal sounds. You know, hey, whatever you got to do, right? Cuckoo, cuckoo. Everything comes back to the movie we've done before. Yes, that is the Wicker Man. Jason, what is the point of the Wicker Man?
Leave those weird island people alone.
It's like, dude, just don't go there.
Yeah, there's that one island in the Philippines, I think it is, where like no one's allowed to go, but like one Christian dude tried to go there.
Oh,
and
yeah,
they killed him with a spear.
Because they had like the indigenous people there.
Yeah.
And like he kept going back, even though they kept running him off. And eventually they're like, motherfucker.
Some kid just speared him through the heart.
You're not coming back.
Yes.
It's like, obviously you won't leave us alone.
Fucking rules.
Yeah,
like,
I remember
leave
about that.
people alone.
Yeah.
Let them do their weird shit.
I put like actually the dangers of faith. Who's right? Who's wrong? Can any of it be right? I mean, the pagan rituals seem very fun and more relaxed and enjoyable until, the burning the man alive. While the Christian belief is built more on fear and anxieties that your wrongs will take you to hell, but if you're good, you'll live forever in bliss. And then it's also just like almost thinking that you're so right that everybody's wrong. I feel like is kind of and like people who just believe things wholeheartedly can be dangerous, right?
Yes.
Depending how strong they believe and what they take from text and things like that can be scary more so. I mean, witch trials, right?
Yeah, it's totally fun.
They went a little too crazy.
They did.
Went,
certainly that.
Cuckoo.
Yeah. And I think when you're comparing two religions next to each other, the one that where people party naked is you should go that way.
Yeah.
And not,
Yeah. Just don't burn someone alive at the end.
Yeah, I mean no. You can.
Literally the only wrong thing they did was that.
Totally do it if you have to.
That was the worst thing that they did.
How else are your
It ended up
apples
being a
gonna
big
grow?
one. But, just like, dang. Don't do that, man. Don't burn that guy. Yeah, so good. Loved it.
Why couldn't they just burn the bread man? They make toast and then put butter on it.
Maybe we'll trick the gods. They'll be like, oh, this isn't a human, but this is good.
But it looks like a human.
This is good. It's like when it comes to like sacrifices, it's like, what is the idea that like the soul or spirit or energy of a human is going to the gods? Or they're just like, that was cool. Here's good trees.
It's really cool. Like in the Bible, it talks in the Old Testament, it talks about God loves the smell of burning human flesh. So that's awesome. That's rad.
I missed that one.
Most gods love
that one in church.
Yeah, they don't talk about that one.
Like gods are just so bored up there,
Yeah,
They're just like, ugh.
Been around forever.
Can you do something crazy? What if we like convince them to put a man in a wicker?
Put him in a basket.
A wicker statue and burn him. Like that would be crazy, dude.
I love
like
that.
And like we'll do it. We'll make them do it like every like 20 years. Like they'll have really good crops for a while, and then we'll be like, oh, we need another sacrifice for your crops to grow, even though we could just do it if we wanted to.
They're like,
tell them. You got their ass.
He's like, shut up, Vishnu.
They're just a bunch of like teenagers up in the clouds.
That's what it's kind of like.
Yeah, it's just like,
It's like the cruelty of children.
Yeah.
Like running a human population.
Right? Oh, God. All right, Jason. So we're going to hit our good, the bad, the ugly, the fine. It's where we discuss the good of the film, something we liked, the bad, something we didn't like, the ugly, something that we think didn't age well, the fine, something that did age well. What you got for the good?
Well, what I thought was good is just the idea of this whole community coming together, working together to trick this one man.
Yeah, this one man. God, they moved the pieces all over the board to do this.
Could you imagine if our whole town got together to pull a prank on one guy?
Yeah.
And then didn't burn him at the end, obviously.
Yeah.
That would suck. But
that'd be crazy.
That'd be wild.
There's a movie called The Game, directed by David Fincher, that's very similar.
Yeah. I've seen that.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah. It's just like, dude, you made me do all. I'd be so pissed off.
Yes. But imagine how much fun that would be.
It's like at the end of this, like, they throw him in the wicker basket. They're about to set it on fire. Ashton Kutcher opens it. You've been punked, bro. What you think,
I would punch Ashton Kutcher in the face.
What you think, Howie?
But then there's a party afterwards.
Yeah.
And we all have fun.
Yeah, you know what? The community here, that was the good.
Yeah.
I thought the pacing and the mystery, especially the first time I watched it, the mystery was, I was like, oh shit, where's this girl? And then like, the whole ending, it's great. The ending is, what a beautiful horror movie ending. Great. But yeah, the pacing is...
And then after they burn the Wicker Man, he builds the tower that he lives in the Lord of the Rings.
What do you think they do once it's like it's like, all right, he's not screaming anymore. It's done burning. It's like...
Do they keep singing?
It's like, what are they? It's like, all right, well...
They keep singing, right? Until the sun goes down.
That was a pretty good day. So I guess we'll just Go get some drinks. Maybe
Yeah, they go to the bar.
Have sex in a field.
Yeah,
we'll
for
see.
real.
We'll see y'all in a year. Make sure to plant your seeds.
Yeah, plant those fucking apples.
Yeah. So what'd you have for the bad? I didn't have anything. Those.
No, not really.
It's kind of a masterpiece movie.
Yeah, nothing really was bad. It was such a. I thought maybe if they were trying to make it scary, I mean, this was 70s.
Yeah.
Maybe add some scarier music. But
Yeah.
I loved all the music.
I know. No, the music's
so
great.
Whimsical and fun.
Honestly, I think having any other music would make it kind of too cheesy, which is weird because it's playing kind of cheesy sounding music, but it's like, the music's so in the world of this film that it's perfect. Right?
Yeah, this is their world.
Yeah.
And like it's nothing about it is scary to them.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's amazing. But like, it wasn't scary. Maybe that's my bad, is that it wasn't scary to me.
Yeah.
Ever.
I mean, it could be. Yeah. And I guess it's, we're more open people about everything.
I
so
couldn't wait for them to burn this guy.
Yeah.
I was so
You're like,
excited.
it's like, dude, this guy just needs a break.
I thought for a second that he was going to get away with, like, he was going to come out on top on the end, like being the fool. He's going to be like, pop his mask off and be like, ha, gotcha, fools.
Gotcha.
But then they're like,
I'm a fish.
yeah. No. It was awesome.
Yeah. I put for the ugly is that like a lot of movies, like other religions other than Christianity, always end up kind of being the bad guy.
Yeah.
Then there's plenty of movies where like the religious people are a little too religious. But yeah, I always feel like anytime we get like cult movies, and it's always like, oh, we had to like grab from this one religion to make it weird and creepy, and they're the bad guys. And it's always just like, why do we always got to do that? Like, I mean, how about we just learn about their religion through your movie and like, hey, there's a bad person in the religion. Doesn't have to be like, oh, their whole religion, pagan religion sucks. This is what they'll do. They'll sacrifice you.
I did have
But hopefully you're smarter and it's just a movie. Right?
My only ugly would be like when the girls were jumping over the fire naked. If they were children, that would be a problem.
Yeah. No, they're not. Like there was a kid in that class that was sitting at the desk that was like 20 years old.
Damn.
So like a lot of the people in this movie are, so not all of them obviously, but like some of them were.
I mean, maybe it's just the whole idea of them being, if they were supposed to be children, that's kind of strange.
For sure. Yeah. That was also coming to like kind of the vagueness to it. It's like all of these people showing their breasts, like would we know what age they were? Like would you be like, you're a child, please cover up? Or would they be a religion? You're free, do whatever you want.
Luckily, they were all holding their IDs out in front of them. And it said 18, totally 18.
Yeah. What do you have that aged well?
I love these rituals. I love a good ritual, but like a whole community doing rituals together.
Yeah.
Man, it just warms my heart.
I put the ending. This is so beautiful.
Yeah.
Great last shot.
It rules. With but it kind of looks
movie.
Like when the Wicker Man falls, it's like it's bowing to the sun.
Yeah.
That was kind of
yeah.
It was rad.
It's just such a good visual, the Wicker Man.
There's so much good imagery in this movie.
Yeah, it's wild.
All the like the little door, there's like things on doors, like the statues.
Yeah, like the little dragon on the door.
The carvings and the tombstones. Like the one of them said, this man, one of the tombstones, this man's protected by snake ejaculation. I'm like, bring me more. I need more of this, whatever it is.
Yeah.
I need it.
It's so good. That's awesome. Yeah, it's just like, was all that already there, or did they just like put all that up?
I don't know.
All right, Jason, we're going to hit our next category, double feature. It's where we recommend a movie to go alongside this movie. And you picked?
I picked Lord of the Rings.
Yes, they're the same movie. Especially if the sequel. If they ever made the sequel, it'd be the same movie. As soon as I saw Dragon and Eagles.
Yeah, fuck yeah, man. But as soon as I saw Christopher Lee in that underbite, I was like, oh man, I love this man so much.
Yeah. He's just such a damn freak, I love that guy.
He's like, just imagine Lord Summerisle grows his hair out a little bit.
Yeah.
Gets a stick, has a wizard fight. Bring it on.
I picked another folk horror movie, and it's filmed in Britain or somewhere. Can't remember. It's called The Borderlands or Final Prayer. It's got two titles. I don't fucking get it. I watched it last year, and it's a found footage movie. It's a team of Vatican investigators descend upon a church in a remote area to demystify the unusual happenings, but what they discover is more disturbing than they had first imagined. It's great. It's one of those movies where you're like, there'll just be a camera set up, and it's like there's some noises, something like slightly moving, and it's like, is there a ghost? Who are these people? Who are these ghosts? But it's really, it's pretty scary. It's great. I loved it. And the ending is wild.
That sounds awesome.
It's a fucking
I want to watch it.
Rad ending. You may not know what the ending is doing. See, I looked it up and then had to kind of realize what it is. And I was like, oh, that's what they were doing. So whether it was 100% successful with the storytelling, I don't know. But man, I love the ending.
That's rad.
Yeah.
Do you know that Christopher Lee was like an expert in like Lord of the Rings?
Oh, that makes sense.
He met Tolkien before he died.
Really?
And he would often go to the dressing rooms in the making of Lord of the Rings to give him pointers on things.
By the way, this is actually how you do this.
Yeah.
I know. I lived back then because I was Dracula.
He's the biggest nerd in England.
Yeah.
I love it so much.
And it turned out he's a really good actor in England. That's awesome.
He kicks ass.
Theater kids, man. Theater kids. Once a theater kid, always a theater kid. So, Jason, this is our final movie that we're covering normally for Halloween. Because after this week, when this releases, Halloween will be over. But don't worry, because Friday, there's one more spooky movie coming. And it's Halloween 3. We're doing a commentary over it.
I've never seen it.
Jason's never seen it. I've seen it once. Can't wait to rewatch it and see if I find it better than I did last time.
I'm just gonna go ahead and bet on that.
Because Halloween 3 is a very, it's like a cult hit, you know.
Oh, really?
People didn't like it when it first came out because there's no Michael Myers. But then, like, as time went by, people started loving it more. And so, like, I've heard a lot of praise for the movie. And then I watched it and I was like, oh. Okay, this was fine, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, so look forward to that for Friday and see what we think about it as we're watching it.
Hell yeah.
And then Monday in November, no more spookiness. We are going to be covering Friendship, the Tim Robinson movie and Paul Rudd movie. It's where a suburban dad falls hard for his charismatic new neighbor. It's got all the greatness of what Tim Robinson does in his bits, but it's also hella stressful and awkward in places. And it's so funny.
I can't wait to watch it.
It's so good, bro. And Jason, that's our conclusion of the Wicker Man.
Yay.
And our horror movie season.
Oh, so sad.
Except for Friday. So yeah, make sure you join us for that. I'm just kind of bummed out now.
Nah, it's good.
The horror movie season's over, even though probably in like a couple of weeks we'll end up doing another horror movie because, I don't know, that's most of my favorite movies.
Yeah, it kicks ass.
I want to redo The Thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that was like one of our first ones. It's not the best episode. I think you were kind of sick, and I was still kind of figuring out how to do notes to where I could do them better and more like easier to read. I'd love to
watch that again. Yeah. It's so good.
So maybe we'll do that next year. We'll do like or have a little series where it'd be a remake series where we just do some of the films from the like Big Lebowski. We could do a way better episode on that now. So maybe we'll do that. But yeah, thank you for joining us. Join us next week for Friendship. And if you'd like to leave us some fan mail, in our link on some platforms, it allows you to click it. And you can send us a link straight from your phone or go to the bottom where we have our email. We recommend movies. We recommend mailbag@gmail.com. Like us, follow us. If you've been spooked because of any of our movies that we recommended, give us a 5-star rating. Be like, these guys scary. Yeah, and thank you, Joey Prosser, for our intro and outro film, our music. Jeez, I've lost all energy here at the end. Yeah.
You look like a deflated balloon.
I do. I am a deflated balloon. But yeah, this has been the We Recommend podcast. I've been Jesse.
I've been Jason. Be kind to yourself.
Hail the Wicker Man.
Hail the
Happy
Wicker
Halloween.
Man. Burn them all.
Bye. Be safe.